Today on Eagle Nation News, the Prosper Theater Department recently put on Les Miserables. Alyssa Ventura meets those who made the musical such a success. One cafe in McKinney specializes in fresh-made bread and pastries. Landry Long explores the House of Bread Cafe. One teacher at Prosper High School comes from a unique background in the medical field. Allison Wood meets the teacher and explores her past career. Last week, the Mighty Eagle Band competed at Nationals. Kay Spears takes a look into the students' experiences.
Good morning, Eagle Nation, and thank you for joining us. Today is Friday, November 18th. I'm Grace Escobar.
And I'm Diane Shaw.
It is finally almost Thanksgiving break. Diane, what are you grateful for?
I'm just so thankful for the whole community here at PHS, and more specifically, the cross-country team. What about you?
I am so thankful that we made some updates to our studio and everyone here at ENN who just makes these shows possible.
So great.
The Prosper High Rocket League esports teams are currently celebrating their recent success from this past Saturday at the GCISD Rocket League Invitational. The tournament consisted of 64 teams from around the Metroplex, including 5 of the best teams in the region. After a long fight through semifinals, finals, and grand finals, Prosper Varsity walked away with gold, winning high-end Alien War gaming laptops for each players. We'll spotlight the team and their victory on our next episode of ENN.
On Saturday, November 12th, the Mighty Eagle Band placed 11th out of 12 finalists in the Bands of America Grand Nationals competition in Indianapolis, Indiana. This was the second time in the last 6 years that Prosper has made it to the finals in Bands of America. The show, Sit Down, Stand Up, consisted of 4 parts and received a score of 88.6.
It's so great to see how successful the band was at Nationals. Kay Spears highlights the band's performance and their experience the students had during the competition.
This past weekend, students in the Prosper Mighty Eagle Band competed in the National Bands of America competition. The competition consisted of over 52 bands that competed, and Prosper placed 11th in the nation for the competition. Brandon Holt, director for the Mighty Eagle Band, stated that Bands of America was Prosper's final chance this year to leave a mark in school history.
There were 0 expectations. We knew that we were going to have one opportunity to form a first impression. And that was our goal, is to have a great first impression so that we might be able to have the opportunity to go for 2 performances and then on to 3 as well.
This year was Holt's 4th year with the Mighty Eagle Band and first year making it to the finals with them. It was not only a surreal moment for him, but the students as well.
Personally, I was pretty happy. I didn't show it very much, but I was extremely happy because I finally got to have that experience of being one of the top bands in the nation, and it's kind of overwhelming in the moment.
I think the first thing that happened was I cried, because it's a lot of you work so hard for this all season and you put your blood, sweat, and tears into this, and finally getting that payoff of we made it, we're the best of the best in our country. It was just a lot to take on one moment.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Kay Spears.
The Mighty Eagle Band dedicates so much time and energy into their show, so it's so great to see how they succeeded at Nationals and how all of their hard work paid off.
We're so lucky we get to watch them every single game. Speaking of the arts, this week, Taylor Swift fans know the pain of dealing with Ticketmaster's glitch all too well. Stay tuned, Talent Talk is up next.
Stop by Prosper Blooms for all your flower, mum, and floral needs. Located on West Broadway in downtown Prosper, the locally owned flower shop is home to arrangements for every occasion. Prosper Blooms also offers earrings, headbands, Prosper gear, and more. Come by and make your own arrangement at the Blooms Bar or order a designed arrangement. Prosper Blooms offers same-day design and hand delivery to cater to all your plant needs. Prosper Blooms, the one-stop shop for everything floral in Prosper.
With concert tickets going live and Grammy nominees announced, Christina Krasnova showcases this week's entertainment drama in today's Talent Talk. What do you have for us today, Christina?
Thanks, Diane. A lot has happened in the music world this week. On Tuesday, tickets for Taylor Swift's The Eras Tour became available for pre-sale, one that was supposed to be only open to around 1.5 million verified Swift fans. However, an estimated 14 million people took to Ticketmaster in a craze, reaching an unprecedented ticket sale high and temporarily breaking Ticketmaster. There were so many tickets bought that Swift, quote, could fill 900 stadiums. Her now frustrated fans have taken to social media complaining about long wait times and confusion over verified band tickets and pre-sale codes. Ticket sales were planned to go out to the general public at 10 a.m. today, but last night Ticketmaster posted on their Twitter, quote, "Tomorrow's public on sale for Taylor Swift The Eras Tour has been canceled." Swifties are now understandably now besides themselves, many who waited for general sale feeling excluded and are waiting for Swift to address the situation. Luckily for them, just minutes ago, Swift took to Instagram to apologize for the ticket fiasco, clearly understanding of her fans' frustration and explaining that she had been falsely promised that Ticketmaster could handle the demand. Although this might provide some comfort to her fans who missed out, this clearly doesn't leave the situation forgiven. Also on Tuesday, the 2023 Grammy nominees were released, Beyoncé grasping the top nominee slot for the 65th Annual Grammy Awards with 9 nods, all but one for her album Renaissance. She leads a group of contenders for the awards to be held on February 5th in Los Angeles, including Kendrick Lamar with 8 nominations, Adele and Brandi Carlile with 7 apiece, and Harry Styles, Mary J. Blige, Future, DJ Khaled, and the producer and songwriter The Dream with 6 each. Now with 88 career nods, Beyoncé is tied with Jay-Z, her husband, for the most nominations received by any musician in the entire history of the awards. One closely watched contest this year will involve Beyoncé and Adele, who will face each other in the major categories, as they did in 2017, when Adele's 25 beat Beyoncé's Lemonade for Album of the Year. After the mania going on in the world of music this week, I know I'm ready to settle down and enjoy some delicious food with my family. And with Thanksgiving just around the corner, Landry Long visits a business that can bring something unique to the dinner table this year.
McKinney House of Bread features a variety of different breads, pies, sandwiches, and much more. Along with their great breads, they also feature desserts like cinnamon rolls and other pastries. Franchise owner Michelle does what she loves best, baking.
I have been baking since I was 3 years old, and it's no marketable skills because stay-at-home mom. So do what you know, and I decided to open my own business, and here we are.
Freshly baked each day, customers are able to come in and sample different breads that the establishment has to offer.
All of our breads are literally nothing but honey, salt, yeast, water, and flour. We don't use vital wheat gluten, which is what causes most people to have gluten intolerance and gluten issues.
Offering holiday items, this is a great place to stop by and get your holiday fixings.
The big is dinner rolls, and we'll do dinner rolls in every bread imaginable, from white to honey whole wheat to challah to garlic cheddar to orange cranberry. And we have one over here in our pastry case. We do a turkey made from challah. I mean, it's something you're not going to find anywhere else. So it's something very unique you can bring to the table.
With Thanksgiving right around the corner, House of Bread is a perfect place to stop by and get some bread, stuffing, and much more. Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Landry Long.
In an increasingly health-conscious world, I think it's amazing that they're one of the few bakeries around here that don't use any chemicals in their products.
I agree. It's really great to have that option around us. 32 teams, including Prosper, remain in the 6A football playoffs. Stay tuned. Game time is next.
The National Art Honor Society is collecting goods for the residents at the Settles Ridge Care Center. Students and teachers can drop off any goods from the list in the drop-off box by the cafeteria or in room 3209. The goal is to collect as many goods as possible in order to help local senior residents throughout the holiday season. Handwritten cards are also welcome.
As big playoff wins continue, so do big season beginnings. Parker Reynolds is in studio with this week's Game Time.
Thanks, Grace. Tonight at 7, Prosper football takes on South Grand Prairie at Choctaw Stadium in the second round of the playoffs. This after defeating the Plano Wildcats 28-3 in the by-district round last Friday. Also last Friday, volleyball defeated Boswell 3-0 in the regional semifinals, where junior Aiden Ames notched her 1,000th career kill. However, the Lady Eagles fell short to Keller 1-3 in the Region 1 finals, where seniors Callie Kiefer and Ella Cheney were both named for the all-tournament team. The Lady Eagles ended the season as a top 8 team in the state. Junior Aiden Ames led the Eagles with 564 season kills and 97 blocks. Senior Ella Cheney with 482 season digs, and senior Callie Kiefer with 1,209 assists. Now as volleyball season ends, Prosper basketball is just tipping off. On Tuesday, Prosper basketball played Coppell and lost 57-59 by a last-second shot by Coppell after being up the whole game. The Eagles are now 0-2 and will play in the Dallas Mavs Classic this weekend. Switching now to the Lady Eagles, they matched up with the Colony and easily delivered a 46-37 defeat. They are currently 3-3 for the season. Now back to last weekend, both boys and girls wrestling won a combined 10 gold medals, 5 silver, and 6 bronze at the Arlington Invitational and Keller Timber Creek Invitational, and they will take place in the Rockwall Heath Invitational this weekend. And a Prosper teacher's past work has reduced the limitations of prosthetic users. Allison Wood has more on how Miss Kiesling changed lives during her time in the medical field.
Ray Kiesling, a chemistry teacher here at Prosper High School, worked in the medical field before she began teaching, lending her patients a helping hand or leg or arm. Kiesling is a certified prosthetist who earned her degree from the University of Texas and worked in prosthetics for 9 years.
I went to a convention and they told me that this exists, that there are people that build prostheses for amputees. I said, let's do it. That sounds like the coolest thing ever.
Kiesling has worked at UT Southwest, Alliance Orthotics and Prosthetics, and Scottish Rite. Her role was to collaborate with medical technicians to craft and fit limb prosthetics to patients with a variety of needs.
So the doctor has a role with providing me for a prescription to make a prosthesis, and then I work with my technicians and they help me actually build the prosthesis, but my direct role was fitting the prosthesis onto the patient and making sure that the patient was able to walk and use the prosthesis.
One of her former patients, amputee firefighter Gary Weiland, has gone on to become an exceptional athlete and ninja warrior, despite his prosthetic leg.
I saw his whole journey, and I think anytime somebody has this traumatic event happen, that they're really down and that there's a lot of struggle ahead of them. But my favorite thing about Gary is just how much he overcame and what a rock star he turned into.
The opportunity and ability to change lives is something that Mrs. Kiesling is grateful for.
Watching them be able to stand out of the chair again, or watch them be able to pick up a pen that they couldn't do without your prosthesis. It's really like the tangible gains after they put on your prosthesis that was always so rewarding.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Allison Wood.
Ms. Kiesling now uses the hands-on experience she gained from a science field to better teach her students.
We're so lucky here at Prosper to have a teacher that has such a heart for service and really pours into our students.
I agree, Diane.
The Prosper Theater Department offers a gateway of opportunities for high school students. Alyssa Ventura takes a behind-the-scenes look at Les Mis.
Over the past 9 weeks, under the direction of Vicki Kirkley, the Prosper Theater Department has been hard at work creating their rendition of the incredibly complicated show, Les Miserables, for their fall production. Based on the original novel by Victor Hugo, Les Mis is one of the most renowned musicals of all time. Originally premiering in 1980 in Paris, the show follows the life of ex-convict Jean Valjean from 1815 to 1832.
The cast of Les Mis featured not only veteran PHS thespians, but also showcased 2 special cast members in elementary school, Emmeline and Summer.
My first name is Emmeline, and my thoughts about the play is, am I going to do Les Miserables again, or am I going to be in another play? I had a lot of fun.
The 2 young thespians played the roles of Little Eponine and Cosette. Although the girls were only in a few short scenes, this experience will surely leave a lasting impact. Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Alyssa Ventura.
The opportunity for these young thespians to have theater experience at such a young age is such a great stepping stone for them. That's all we have for you today, Eagle Nation. Once again, I'm Grace Escobar.
And I'm Diane Shaw. Just a reminder, there is no school next week for Thanksgiving break. We are so thankful for everyone here at PHS and hope that you have a great break, and go Eagles!